This is going to be an alignment reading for Leos. If you are a Leo, this alignment reading is going to be for you, beloved. Okay, we're going to be talking about what it is that you need to release, what it is that you need to install, okay, and what chakra that you may need to work on. Okay, but I do know that I'm getting an energy of change. It could be a change of aesthetic, maybe a change, your looks is changing, a change of attraction. It could be a change in your finances, a change of mind. I don't know, but change is significant. Okay, and you could be going through some type of transformation or change. Okay, it could be also like a transitional phase. Scorpio energy can also be significant for you, Leos. But let's see, for Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know for this alignment reading, spirit? What does Leos need to know? Ask my higher self, the Most High, and the Ascended Masters to help me intuitive reading. Alrighty, gang, at the bottom of the deck, you guys have install. So with it just being a blank install, maybe that you've been considering, okay, contemplating some type of change, but you install what it is that you feel that you may need, Leos. Okay, behind there is release criticism. Okay, so this could either be self-criticism or criticism of others. Maybe there's a change that you've been contemplating for a while. You've been wanting to make this change or transition. You just take it how it resonates for you. Okay, maybe you don't want to be criticized for it, or you know, maybe you've been criticizing yourself for it. Okay, but Spirit is saying release criticism. Okay, let's see for Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know? You guys have release vulnerable. So vulnerability. Okay, it's almost giving me like you have to utilize that strength card, which is Leo energy. Okay, be confident, be strong in your decision to make this change. Okay, don't allow criticism, whether that's you harshly criticize yourself, or you know, you don't take criticism well from others, because it may help you with some type of change or transition. Okay, but Spirit doesn't want you to be in like this vulnerable position. Maybe you have been really vulnerable lately, kind of in your feelings, in your feeds. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I know the last time I did you guys is collective reading. Something about you needing to kind of step into that emotional body to help you to release, to detach from things or a situation that's no longer serving you. Okay, but Spirit is saying it's time to get out of that vulnerable state, to stay strong, be confident in your next move, because your next move just might be your best move, Leos. Okay, let's see for Leo spirit, one more. What does Leo need to know? So I'm getting so far you be working on the heart space, okay, and the crown chakra. For Leo spirit, you guys have release left out behind. Okay, so I don't know, maybe you feel like you've been secluded, like you haven't been included lately. Okay, you've been feeling left out, left behind. Okay, maybe it's time for you to leave behind the old version of yourself, because I'm kind of getting that too, especially with that change energy. You know, especially if you don't feel a part, or you don't get a feeling of belonging, whether that's in a connection, in a group, a friends group, in family. This might be a good change for you to attract, you know, soul tribe, or those who are, you know, truly aligned with you. Okay, I don't know if you guys have kind of been like wearing a mask. Okay, and only take that if it resonates for you, because some of you guys could be masking, you know, hiding your true authentic self, trying to fit in a place where you're not supposed to fit in. Okay, and it has you feeling left out or left behind. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you guys have release heaviness. Something's been weighing on you heavy, and it's gonna have to do with, you know, being your true authentic self or making some type of change. Okay, it could be your emotions. You just take that how it resonates for you. Okay, release guilt. Some of you guys may need to release guilt and install light. Okay. Oh, so it's definitely giving me like the moon card. Okay, which is about emotions, the subconscious mind. Okay, suppressed emotions, something you've been trying to hold down that's been weighing on you heavy. Okay, some of y'all can still be in the process of trying to release, but Spirit is saying it's time to stay strong. Okay, and make whatever change that you feel like you need to make, especially with install here. Okay, so that you won't be feeling left behind or left out. And that could even be weighing heavy on you. You know, you trying to appease or people please or fit into a group or a dynamic that is just not for you. Okay, and you might have attracted this group or dynamic because of a mask that you may have worn, because that's what the moon card kind of represents for me. Cancer energy can be significant, or your actual moon sign can be significant. Okay, but Spirit is wanting you to let go of guilt, because maybe even guilt is weighing on you heavy, and install light, which is like the Sun card, heavy on the Leo energy. Okay, now, I don't know if y'all been kind of in like this pessimistic space, a negative space, or I don't know, feel a bit lost for some. But Spirit's want you to install light. Okay, so heavy on the heart space. Okay, with guilt and vulnerable here. I'm going to still stick to the crown chakra. Okay. The solar plexus for some of you guys could be also significant. And behind the installed light is just release. So it's something that you need to release. Maybe frustration. Release frustration, vulnerability, guilt. Those all ties to emotion, the emotional body. So water energy can be significant. Because I channeled Scorpio. The moon card is Cancer energy. But Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio could be significant. Okay. But something about your emotions. Your moon sign. Okay. You have installed and released. And I feel like you know what it is that you have to release and let go of. And you know what it is that you need to install. Okay. But let's see. For Leos. So we're doing crown chakra and the heart space. Okay, it flips straight to heart. Heart says, possible message. Problem in this chakra can be a message about conflict, especially inner conflict, and feeling unsettled in your heart. Symptoms that show up in the chest area, including lungs, chest, and heart, might symbolize your tendency to carry burdens on your chest, having a heavy heart. And remember, we had heavy. And I told y'all, it was kind of giving me like the heart space. Okay, a heavy heart, fear of opening up. So maybe some of you guys may need to be a bit vulnerable, open up, whether that's to yourself or, you know, be honest with yourself about how it is that you feel, or maybe there's someone that you want to be vulnerable with. You need to open up to that person. Okay, it could be hard for you to open up. Okay, because we have fear of opening your heart. So some of you guys could have heart space blockages. So be mindful of that. Okay, feeling like you're being held or pushed back, suffocating, the inability to breathe, not able to catch your breath because life is so hard, feeling heartbroken, and being unable to get things off of your chest. Okay, energy held in the chest and lungs area is heavily linked to grief. And we had let go of guilt. And guilt is also tied into grief. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Maybe you need to properly grieve, and this could be a dynamic, an old version of yourself. This could be a friends group. You just take it how it resonates for you, gang. Okay, whether you are grieving a loss in your life or don't feel like you have the space to grieve. Okay, that message shows up indicating that you need to turn inward and nurture yourself and your needs. Okay, some of you guys need to do some emotional nurturing. Okay, don't emotionally neglect yourselves, especially if you were emotionally neglected in the past, whether this was from family, friends, a lover. Okay, make sure that you're taking care of that heart space and being open about your feelings. Okay, but let's see. We also have the crown. Some of you guys may need the throat. So I'm going to read off the throat chakra. I don't feel like it's the solar plexus. I think it's the throat chakra. Okay, with something weighing on you heavy. Maybe it's just something that you need to speak up on. Okay, or you I don't know if you have been or you will be. Okay, but the crown chakra says possible message. Symptoms that show up here may be a general message from your body about feeling lost, confused, or untrusting of life and the universe. Okay, you might also fear the unknown or feel confused or worried about what the next step is in your life should be. Okay, you may worry you'll never find your way. And I had a feeling of some of y'all can feel a bit lost. Okay, you could be on like a self-discovery journey, getting a better understanding of who you are, who you want to become. Okay, who you were. Because something about you guys grieving a past version of yourself is significant. Okay. You may worry you'll never find your way or will be wandering around alone forever. Okay, I'm going to read off the throat chakra for you guys. Okay, throat chakra, possible message. Problems in this chakra may be a general message about not speaking up for yourself, lack of confidence, not owning your own truth, difficulty expressing your needs and wants, swallowing your emotions. Okay, don't suppress it. Don't hold it back. You got to feel it to heal it. Okay, don't try to find, negative outlets. And when I say negative and positive, when I say negative, I mean it doesn't add value. Positive, it does add value. Okay, find a creative outlet will be beneficial. My bad, gang. I just got a storm warning. I don't know if y'all heard it in the video. If y'all did, my apologies. Okay, storm warning. Storms, to me, is a representation of a release. Okay. So some of you guys need an emotional release. Okay, and finding a positive outlet when it comes to this emotional release. Okay, and that could also be a warning of you being emotionally explosive. You've been suppressing it for so long that pent up emotions get so bottled up. It's like shaking a pop bottle and continuously doing it and then watching it pop. It's almost giving me that. So I don't know if y'all are going to end up exploding or having some type of emotional outburst, but I would be mindful of that. Okay, Leos. Anyway, though, difficulty expressing your needs, your wants and needs, swallowing your emotions, choking back grief or other emotions, feeling like you have to swallow your wants or needs in your life or a job, not being or feeling heard, and the fear of sharing how you feel to others, not liking what it is that you have to say. Okay, say it anyway. Whoop. Hold on, gang. My bad, y'all. This pollen season, man, it had my nose itching. Anyway, though, but feeling like you sharing, okay, with others, they may not like it. So it's definitely giving me like people pleasing, in a sense, like I said. But don't care about what others say, okay, about them not liking it. Those who really care about you, who really love you, they will be understanding. And if they don't understand or they don't want to comprehend or whatever the case may be, then that might not be your flock. That might not be your tribe. That might not be your vibe. You're trying to vibe with somebody who won't intentionally try to leave you out, leave you behind. You saying how it is you feel, okay, and then being indifferent to your wants and your needs. It's almost giving me that. You're not supposed to just allow someone to treat you that way. Okay. It can also be connected to the feeling like your voice doesn't matter. Okay. So some of y'all need to speak up about something too. And I feel like it has to do with your emotions. Okay, so that you can make peace with something that has been weighing on you heavy. And you can feel guilty for not standing up for yourself. With guilt here, it might not be that you feel guilty because you've done something wrong. It's not giving that. It's almost giving me like you feel guilty for not defending yourself, protecting yourself, speaking up on something, or speaking up for yourself in a time where you really should have. You had an opportunity to speak up for yourself and you chose not to. You held it back because you didn't want someone to think that what you were saying, they won't like it. Like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your life, Leo. You got to live it in the way that you feel will be beneficial for you, best for you. Okay, you can't be out here trying to live for other people. All right, and it can have you frustrated. Okay, but let's see. For Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know? Some of you guys, Leos, have dealt with somebody very manipulative. They could be, verbally abusive, mentally abusive, or again, just very manipulative, narcissistic. You can still be trying to recall your power back from the situation, especially if this was someone who acted as if they didn't hear you. I feel like they heard you. They just weren't listening. Okay, or they were listening and they just wasn't hearing you, as the saying goes. But I do see you going through an awakening. So let's see for Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know? And through this awakening, you're going to be detaching, releasing. So you could already be going through a heart chakra awakening. Okay, but this vulnerability isn't to make you feel weak. It's to strengthen you in some type of way. Okay, let's see. You are headed in the right direction. I just seen the Chariot card. You are headed in the right direction when it comes to your spiritual growth. For Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know? You guys have the Black Newman in reverse. So you are letting go of the past. You're not clinging to the past. You're not allowing the past to distract you. So you could be staying present right now. Create a new reality for yourself with the White Newman here. Okay. Co-creating with the Most High God. Okay. Jumping a timeline. And the past is the past. You're not clinging to it. You're not allowing it to distract you. You're no longer allowing the past to deceive you or someone of the past to deceive you. So let's see. For Leo spirit, what does Leos need to know with this alignment reading? What does Leos need to know? You guys have the Ace of Wands. So it could be the solar plexus, and or it's the sacral for some. Okay, the Ace of Wands in reverse is a false start. A lack of feeling passion, okay, or being passionate about something. Okay, so this is in the creative. It could be the solar plexus and sacral, and y'all take that how it resonates for you. I'm gonna read it off just in case you feel the need to have this, because that might be a chakra that you really need to work on. For some, it might be a lack of creative passion. Now for others, it could be a lack of physical passion, like sexual chemistry. Okay. The solar plexus says possible messages. Symptoms in this chakra may be a general message about feeling powerless or insecure and not having a say over your own life. They may be connected to the feeling that you are losing control or having your sense of power taken away. A lot of the digestive system is covered by this chakra. Problems in the digestive area are connected to not being able to process or digest a life. Okay. It can be food or life, but in this case, I feel like it's life for you guys. Okay, this can bring about feelings of guilt. Okay, we did have guilt. Okay, frustration. We also have frustration, anger, resentment, and indecisiveness. Okay, you may feel like your life is a struggle and everyone is out to get you, or can be related, and this all can be related to the liver. Sorry, the liver is energetically connected to hormones as well and can affect your endocrine system. So working on any of its energy can be hugely beneficial. Okay, some of you guys may need a detox, okay, or cleanse the sacral. It says possible message. Symptoms in this chakra may be general messages about not allowing yourself to feel joy and holding on to emotions and suppressing. I said that. So you flip and switch it, because it could be all those. It could be the crown, it could be the heart space, it could be the sacral, it could be the solar plexus. Okay. I mean, it's not the crown. I did read crown. Oh, that's all the tops. Crown. Did I read the crown? Yeah, crown, throat chakra. The only thing I didn't do was the third eye. So crown, throat chakra, heart space. You could already be in the midst of having a heart chakra awakening or expansion. You just take it where you are in your journey. Okay, because this could be a heart expansion, or this could be an awakening, a heart chakra awakening that you're currently experiencing. But you may be working, the next thing that you're going to be working on is the sacral or the solar plexus. Okay, but your heart space, you suppressing the emotions, is what's affecting the sacral. Okay, basically, if you have an issue in this area, your spirit is saying, you are holding me back. So for some, you feel like you're being held back by self. There's some type of change that you feel like you needed to make, but you're so worried about being criticized, not, really speaking up, or whatever the case may be. Okay, it will be helpful for you to be honest about the way that you might be doing things in a relationship, your career, and life in general. Sometimes symptoms are connected to the message that we feel the need to get permission to be happy or free. Okay, this can be tied to the energy of fear, dreadfulness, feeling unsupported and conflicted. Okay. You might even feel drained without actually speaking your truth. You holding back how it is that you feel, not expressing how it is that you feel, speaking up for yourself. It could be draining you. Okay. And make you feel a lack of passion for something, or whether that's a person or a creative endeavor. Okay, let's see for Leo spirit. What does Leos need to know? But that's a false start. Okay, I do see you making progress with healing those areas. So as far as your sacral, your solar plexus, you will be making progress with that. But I'm seeing blockages there, because with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, or it could be a challenge for you. Okay, now I'm seeing the Queen of Wands in reverse, and it's something about this anger that you're holding on to. The Queen of Wands in reverse could be many things, but it's really giving me anger. You being really guarded with the Nine of Wands here. Okay, but I see you working through that, making some type of change. I told y'all something about change was significant with the Death card here. You're working on making some type of change. Maybe it's a change with your boundaries. You're setting new boundaries for yourself, standards for yourself. Okay, this could be higher standards, higher boundaries, but make sure that your boundaries aren't so high that you're super guarded. But I'm seeing you making some type of change, and I felt that in the beginning for you guys. Okay, going through a transformation, making progress with this, and this could be after an ending. The endings, Leo, it brings about new beginnings. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, now that could be about gossip, rumors. Maybe you don't want to be gossiped about, or there could be gossip and rumors going around. Could be about slandering, someone's name. Maybe someone was slandering your name. Okay, criticizing you, criticizing your work, especially if you have something that you're very passionate about, like a passionate endeavor. Or, maybe they were being really critical about your sex game. I don't know. I'm just saying 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2 brings balance and harmony. Okay? Double time. Okay? So y'all are definitely working towards creating more harmony and balance in your reality. Okay? Making some type of change. Something's going to be turning around in your favor soon, Leos. Okay. The Seven of Swords came out. Came out in reverse. Now, this could either be about you not trusting yourself about something. Okay. Or you having trust issues. Okay, and it could be both. You could have issues with trusting yourself, your decisions. Okay, or you could be having trust issues because of a dynamic that didn't work out, that ended. Okay, for Leo spirit, one more for Leos. We have the Hangman card, but I see your perspective is changing. Your perspective is going to be changing. Okay, you're going to be surrendering, letting go of something that's no longer serving you. Now, I don't know if y'all... if you've been having throat blockage, chakras, throat chakra blockages, and this could be some Leos, okay? Not all Leos, so only take this out resonates for you, but some of y'all might like to tell little white lies or really big lies, okay? You could be a gossiper, you could be somebody who spreads rumors, okay? Whatever the case may be, and that could be why you have throat chakra blockages. Okay, or this could be an inactive throat chakra because you haven't been speaking up on things, and this could be about things that you've heard, rumors, gossip, or whatever. Okay, but I do see though your perspective is going to change. You could be in this Hangman position right now. It's not giving stagnancy, because if it was stagnancy, it would be in reverse. The Hangman card is giving more so like Spirit wants you to really sit down and receive this enlightenment that's going to help you to change your perspective and surrender, release something that's no longer serving you. Okay, because it could be putting you in lack with the Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. I see a change in path. Something about your path is going to be turned around, changing. And I do see you putting in hard work to heal. Okay, but some of y'all were dealing with like a karmic. Someone, and this could be, you know, lies and gossip and rumors somebody else was telling. Because I've seen the King of Swords in reverse. It's upright because I keep the cards upright in this deck. But I really feel like it's, let me see. Kind of in reverse. Okay, I'm going to take it in reverse because I feel it in reverse. And I've seen it in reverse. So y'all could have dealt with somebody very either narcissistic, verbally abusive, you know, was really harsh with criticizing you, okay, or mentally abusive. That was a karmic. You could be over karmic soulmates. Maybe that's why you're so angry, okay, but you got, you know, release that anger, surrender it, let it go, okay. You do have someone who will be your match with the King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles here, okay. That's what you're manifesting, but it's something about you needing to speak up your truth, speak your truth, or see something more clearly, okay? And you could have been left behind from somebody who was lying about the situation, spreading gossip. They could have been stalking you. I don't know. But you could already be working on the heart space, or you're coming out of that, you know, that expansion, working on the heart space and coming into a mind expansion. But the solar plexus, your solar plexus, and your sacral chakra is what needs work right now, Leos. So y'all been working on the upper chakra. So as far as, or you will be working on the throat. I feel like you went through a mind expansion, a heart expansion, but it's something about you speaking up on something. And I don't know if this is like defending yourself, speaking up for yourself when it comes to somebody who has been spreading malicious gossip and rumors about you. Okay. And could have had you feeling left out in the cold. Because we have released left out and left behind. You know, you could have felt left out, left behind, but maybe Spirit wanted you to surrender and let go of this connection because this person was lying and talking shit behind your back, or whatever the case may be. A King of Swords in reverse. Could be a Capricorn, a Sag, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, this is a karmic soulmate. And you could be over karmic soulmates. You know, you could be ready to attract your King of Pentacles. You know, someone who's going to be solid, stable, someone of good character. Someone's going to be independent and accomplished. I see you wanting to manifest that, but something about you needing to learn a lesson around speaking up for yourself, healing that sacral, healing that solar plexus. Because it could even be that, you know, you're feeling a lack of passion for something that you've been very passionate about. And you're getting overwhelmed with, like, anger. And it could be, you know, having you really frustrated and feeling heavy. Okay, and that guilt, I feel like there's a guilt of not being able to speak up for yourself in a time where you felt the need to say something and you didn't say something. That's really what it's giving, Leos. You may have had an opportunity to say something to somebody, you know, about how it is you feel. Okay, and you didn't because your throat chakra could have been blocked, or maybe you didn't know what words to say, or maybe you did react out of, you know, emotions and got really explosive, and what you really wanted to say, it didn't. I don't know if this person misinterpreted, they didn't comprehend it, they didn't want to comprehend or understand, or if it just didn't come out in the way that you felt like you wanted to express it, whatever the case may be. But throat chakra, solar plexus, and sacral, I feel like is what you're about to be working on. Okay, and you could have already been working on the heart space, the crown. All right. Anyway, though, gang, I hope this gave you the insight and the clarity that you need. And this is going to be the alignment reading for Leos.